All right. So, hello and welcome. I am so happy to be here today with the beautiful Johanna. Johanna is just a bubble of light, I feel, and I'm just so happy to be sitting here with you today. She is really a woman that embodies empowerment for women through movement, through mental training, through spiritual connection. She created this beautiful platform, Nervida, which really assist women to come back to their bodies, to come back to their truth and their inner power. And she's done this with really a call because she went through her own healing journey, recovered from her own trauma story, and has a mission to just share these gifts with the world and women that have kind of lost a sense of purpose with themselves, a sense of connection. And so we're sitting here today, here in our studio in Salzburg, and we're just going to go with the flow, learn about her story, talk about this type of movement that she does, which is so beautiful and empowering for all women to reconnect with their feminine energy, right?
Yes.
And it's so empowering. She does twerking, she does chair dance, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But let us just ground into this moment and allow the magic to come through because it really is about connecting with our soul purpose, our hearts, and for you to receive our energy with this soul song that we're going to go through. So, Johanna, welcome.
Thank you for having me. When you texted me, I feel very honored and I was excited. And now that you showed me your beautiful studio and also the way and the path you're now on, I really love that. And I'm very thankful for being here today. It's my first position as a guest. Usually I'm hosting my own podcast. So it's nice sitting on the other side and I'm happy and I'm open to whatever comes and we're gonna talk about it.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. And I have to say ditto back to you because she's a woman that's doing it. She's showing it. She's connecting. She's worked with hundreds of women to really embody themselves. And I want to just ask you, what is embodiment for you? What is feminine energy for you?
So it is important to understand that I think for every woman, it is a different feeling and it is a different power. We are so special human beings, and our feminine energy is not just one thing we all share. It is a thing we create in our own special ways together and then rise it. So, embodying that means to let go of everything you think you know about yourself and your body and be brave enough to leave your comfort zone and step into a room with white walls, which you then can create in a new way what feels right for you at the moment. Because we grow, we evolve, we change so much as women. And allowing yourself to see and feel your body and your mind and your soul in different ways and come back to your power, because most of us haven't learned what feminine energy is, what it feels like, what it can do. And other women lost it all along the way with their own stories or giving birth, raising kids, being there for everybody else, but not for them. So coming back home to yourself in your feminine energy.
That's so beautiful. And it's so true because often we put this into one group, like this is how I'm supposed to be, and therefore you have no identity in the soup of feminine energy. And when you don't fit this stereotype of a woman, you feel disconnected from your feminine energy. And you work with women specifically in these sozusagen or these like three pillars of women that have lost touch with themselves, right?
Yeah.
What type of women would you say a lot of them they come, you were describing to me what their main disconnection is?
Yeah, so there's three portals of main topics or problems or challenges. Is one to women who want to learn how to affirm themselves. Like a lot of women don't know how to set healthy boundaries for their mind, for their soul, and for their body. And they don't know how to say no. They don't know how to step up for themselves and find their own voice. So that's the first. And the second is to learn how to love their body.
Excuse me. Yeah. That's okay. Sorry, I can edit that.
That's fine. So, and second is to learn how to love your body. Society is telling us how we should look like, how we should be, how we should go back and come back after giving birth and having this clothes size. And I'm advocating that all of that is bullshit.
God, it's so ingrained in us. I mean, even
It
in this
is.
age, it's so true.
Yes,
I know.
teenagers stop eating because they feel like they're fat or they have to look a certain way. And I tell every woman coming to my programs that you are okay. Like your body is telling a story, your body is also protecting you. So first understand why it is that way. Second, find out where you want to go. And then third, to practice and get tools and exercises to do it for yourself, because you're the only person who can change something, right? You are the creator of your reality. And the third one are women who want to become who they really are. They maybe have lost themselves on the way, feel disconnected, or never really learned how to get to know themselves, only live their life for anybody else, but not for themselves. So these are the main challenges most of the women have, or all combined together, coming to me. And then I have the honor of holding the place and sharing my knowledge out of my own healing story to show them what's there and what they can try. Because not for everybody the same stuff works.
Right.
But to give them a color palette full of things and be with them all along the way so they're not alone.
I love it. And it's integrating also like the mind, the body, and the spirit. It's like being able first to have the call, like something doesn't feel right in me. I know that I can feel better or do better. And then it's like this integration. And I love how you start with, I mean, would you say the physical body, right? Like coming into your own. Like so many of us have lost this attachment of smooth moving or a feeling. And through your, I think, workshops and what you offer, it's so beautiful to have no judgment of the specific movement and just flow with it. And I think then starts the next process of the mental, right? I mean, and then it's like getting deeper into the mindset and the spiritual work, right?
Exactly. So it starts with the feeling. And when women come to me, one of the most first things I say is, I don't want you to look at you first. I want you to feel how that movement feels, how it feels to maybe get triggered by the questions I ask you, by the journaling exercises I give you, by then having to sit down with another woman, opening up, being vulnerable and sharing. It's first always about the feeling, and just let it be and sit with it. And that's the scary part. This is the first step into leaving your comfort zone. And that's a big one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. To actually see that that exists in you, that that energy is in the body, and be comfortable enough to face someone else and talk about that.
Yeah.
It's such a therapeutic healing. And I think for all of us and on the journey, it's a gift to give, to uncover parts of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And this process, how was it born? I mean, like, tell us about your journey a little bit, how you came to this place.
Yeah, so first, I always loved dancing and music. This was like the one thing where I could just shut off my mind and enjoy and be really present in the moment, which we all know is hard these times because the world is loud, everything is rushing, and we always live mostly, or most of us, in the future or in the past, but not really in the present. So when you dance, you move your body and you listen to the music, you are here with your soul, and everything is connecting. And this is what we should come back to. So I was always dancing, I was traveling, getting to know people. And then I kind of realized when I was stressed, when I lost my own balance, that I had to struggle with some eating disorders. And then I when I got older, I tried to understand where is it coming from. And then I started looking into my family and realized every woman of my mom's side has this issue, has problem with eating, overweight, losing weight, struggle with their looks and with their body so much. And that's heavy because every woman has it. So when then I was teenager and older, I kind of felt like, okay, I don't want to carry that with me. And I was kind of trying to heal that, which felt like something heavy because it's already for such a long time, all through these generations. And the all over thing then was liking doing sports, dancing, trying to figure out healthy eating balance. And then I fell in love, and it was the first time that I really thought I'm in love. It was this big, big first love. And it was with a man who has, or with a man who struggled with being consistent and really being connected and wanting to have this responsibility of somebody else. So I found myself in an unhealthy dynamic of wanting to prove to a person that I am worth to love. So I did everything. I left my feminine energy. I went into my masculine energy and was pushing and forcing and trying to convince and doing everything. And this even pushed him more far away. And in the end, it was a very traumatizing situation and ending because he was really an avoidant attachment person. And with very, very toxic traits. And so the whole relationship was not that long, but healing from it always nearly took me 5 years. So my soul was really so connected, and I also knew we knew each other from another life. So there was a story, there was a deep connection, but he wasn't ready. And the thing was, anytime I decided that I don't want this anymore, he was knocking on the door again. He was sending flowers. And then I was okay, one more chance. And anytime I did that, I've lost myself. Piece for piece for piece. I was kind of also denying myself, and I was betraying myself. So in that whole process, I fell into depression. The eating disorders had the whole breakout. Like within 6 months, I gained 20 kilos. So depression, this trauma, and then the eating disorders, I've completely lost myself. Yes, and anytime I was kind of trying to heal again, he was knocking on the door again. And this was a back and forth over years. But anytime he walked away, because he always then walked away again, anytime he did that, I gained a lot of strength. I got to know so much about myself, how powerful I am, like what talents I have. Anytime he left again, I found out something new. So now sitting here, I'm thankful for him, and I know he's not a bad person. He has just not healed, and he's just not connected with his soul. But all that led me to where I am right now. So I can only be thankful for that. And trying then to heal from that really, really, and making the decision that I close that door and I'm not available anymore, no matter what he's doing, and that I'm choosing myself. And instead of sinking and sinking and sinking, I want to swim again. So then a friend brought me to a chakra healing session. And that was when I had my spiritual awakening. And I was like, oh, shit, there's so much more. And I'm a very curious person. So I think that was also my rescue. And then I was like, okay, I don't want that anymore. I want myself. So I went to chakra sessions, shamanic experiences, therapy. I stepped into my dancing again because I also stopped dancing and working out. I really lost myself. I couldn't see myself in the mirror anymore. And by trying out all of that, I realized that what healed me was the combining combining all of that together. It was not that one therapist, it was not that one movement session or shamanic or whatever, it was all of it. So I started meditating, journaling, dancing, working with my hips, finding my feminine power again, um, developing my self-love again. And when I was then on the peak, finding myself healed, I lost weight, I was glowing up, I kind of knew what I want to do with my career. Then women start coming and be like, hey, how do you not give a fuck about what people think? When you move, when you go somewhere, how do you move your hips like this? I want to learn that. Can you teach me? And first I was like, no, I'm not a teacher.
Wow.
And they didn't stop. And then I hosted my first class out of fun. I didn't know what I'm doing.
Wow.
I just followed my intuition, and this is how it started.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh, I want to take it all in. It's like really the hero's journey coming out, turning all that pain into purpose. And I feel like it's so relevant for this day and age where we're breaking away from the old paradigm of how we're supposed to exist on this planet. You know, the idea you go to college, you become the executive for somebody else. We are now in a place where we are becoming our own business through our journey, through our expansion, through our real love. And so much of this business is growing, these heart-based businesses that at the end it's helping each other, connecting with humans, sharing the light, being together. And that's exactly why I love to see everything that you do online, and it stimulates something in me. It's like we are all connected, right? And so your awakening is somebody else's awakening. We all have a special gift and you're sharing that to others. And I love that how it has unfolded for you. And you know, we can only say, right, that like when you get to that point to say thank you for the pain, it's like you see the bigger picture.
Yes.
Right.
And you know, if I'm only helping a handful of women, then that was worth it. I discovered how much power is inside me. And then I was like, wait, I'm for sure not the only woman on that planet having this feminine power and this energy. So I want to do whatever it takes to remind others that they also have it. And this is why I'm doing it. I want women to leave my classes and my programs like this and be like, okay, now I can do whatever I want. I feel it. I love my body. And I am embodying all of that energy and just bring it out into reality. And when that happens, I'm the most happiest and luckiest person. I feel so fulfilled. And that's insane. Also, what they give me back on energy, like after holding space, I am like flying.
Exactly.
It feels so beautiful.
Oh my God. And yeah, and I think what you're saying about the spiritual journey of yours too, that brings this other twist to the experience, because dancing classes have been around forever, right? But how are we now integrating the idea of spirit coming into body and moving? What is the circulating feminine rising energy like in the hips, right? So you do, what classes do you offer? And maybe afterwards we'll add to the end a little video of doing a little session. Because I was like, I would love to like have like a weekly 20-minute class with her here and share it for my community or for the people who are like whole length. Because I know personally from my experience too, through yoga, I recognize how much stored trauma I had in my hips, right? And so through that, yoga was my entryway, but then comes then this feminine touch, this feminine movement that it's almost been like like a voodoo to talk about it in the past, but like now in your generation, our generation in general, it's like, no, let's wake this energy up. Let's activate it, right?
We need to activate it, and it is still very often a taboo topic. When women come first into my spaces and I'm standing in front of them like, ladies, we do have hips and now we're gonna use them because we have them for that one reason. And the first thing mostly comes up is they feel ashamed. So, in this, and I have to say that I want to share and also give all the love and respect to all the African cultures dancing with their hips, also the Jamaican Latin cultures. They embodiment that, they embody that, they embrace it, women and men, and they're not ashamed of that. But we here, we lost that. And when you see a feminine woman on the street rocking her outfit, feeling confident, moving her hips when she's walking, what do people first say or think?
The judgment. I know. Yes. It's hardcore. And we're talking about in Salzburg, Austria. And I do feel like it's interesting that you say that because for some reason you are international. You will be international because I see this also in suburban places in America. Like how I was the only Latina in Connecticut. Like, and it was like, so there's a lot of communities that are waking up to this. I mean, obviously this is also a beautiful trend that's rising, but yeah, so you're speaking from your experience in a very kind of more different centric energy. So the women feel ashamed. And where does that even come from, right?
Yes.
This judgment and shame. I mean, that's also cultural. I felt that in the energy coming in here too.
Yeah, it's cultural, but also from our moms and grannies not having the space to embrace that and be like, yo, you have to function, you have to be this house wife, you have that role, but don't do anything to get attention. Don't make drama, don't overdo it, don't be loud, don't do this, don't wear that, people could think or judge. And now it's the time to just don't give a fuck and do what feels right for you. And the thing is, the more safe you feel inside you, the less people gonna attack you. People only attack you when they can, and they can feel that shit. When you're inside, when you're insecure, and when you're just playing that role.
Oh, yeah.
So when you are absolutely secure in yourself and have this confidence, people don't even try with their energy because they know they don't have a chance.
That's so powerful. Okay, so when somebody comes to you, it's like, okay, I want to feel secure. So that's something you work on, like to say, okay, I want to strengthen my energy.
Yeah.
So you have these discussions in your podcast and in your online work, but also in the classes that you offer here, right?
Yes.
To really get to that core, like, I love that. I think that's so important, right? Because you have to own it.
We have to own it. And the thing is, don't only sit there and read the book. Don't only sit there and read the podcast. You have to feel it. And this is always the magical break-even point in my classes. When we first we have a talk. Then we talk about it. We discuss it in a group. There's a journaling exercise. Then they have to have a group exercise, talk together, share. This is also very important to share with other women and be open and honest, because then you recognize you're not alone. And when you first feel that, this is also very pushy. But then always to that one specific topic, there's always an embodiment exercise. And we were working, I don't know what it was. I think like inviting joy in your life again. And so what I did, I was creating a parkour with a lot of play toys like ropes and balls and jumping things.
Okay.
And I was like, the embodiment exercise gonna be, now you're gonna enjoy this parkour and play like a kid and just have fun and don't give a fuck about how it looks. So I let them play and I give them the energy and the space. And I put some funny music in it. And like, for the next 10 minutes, I want you to let the shit out and play and shoot the ball and do whatever and feel this joy, and also then learn that the joy you are craving for, you have to create within yourself.
Good. I love it. That is so true.
And
because you could sit
yes.
on your ass and read and be like, I get it.
Yeah.
But then you still, I mean, I know, yeah, that you still not going out on the street and doing it. That's like oh my God, that's so beautiful. It's so true. Absolutely. You got to practice it and get in that, really apply it.
Yes, yes, really. I have one class. I took trash bags with me, and I let them do like create dresses out of the trash bags. And I was like, and now we're gonna go in the city, and we just don't give a fuck. We play music, we have fun, we have a drink, and we walk in these trash bags, and it was like haute couture. And once they really did that, and you know, I was 50-50 chance that they're not gonna do that, but they did. And afterwards, they had a glow up, and they were like, you know what? Why do I even care about what other people think or look at me? If I can rock that, I can rock anything else.
Oh my God, I love it. And that's again, like that's your intuition bringing to the table these, and I love that because you talk very much about the spiritual connection. So you have the ideas, you apply them, the people respond, and it's like another shift.
Yes.
And that's your magic. That's your magic that you're guiding women to really apply and live it. Ooh, that feels so good. I'm so excited about your online classes too because
and it's fun.
And it's fun.
It should be fun. Healing is allowed to be fun.
It's so beautiful. And I think what you're saying is also true about exchanging with the woman in front of you, or even if you do it online, but like that's also a missing part from the healing journey. I think you're offering like something new because I went through my experience very much in solitude through reading, through journey. I mean, it was for me energy work and stuff, but that missing piece of the exchange and to be able to say it out loud and to release it, that's such a beautiful component, right?
Yeah. And first, like you said, speak it into existence. You can have all those fears and these blockages, but once you say them out loud, they don't seem so powerful anymore. Or once like you cut them into little pieces and then burn them, put them into a trash, or talk and then the other person like, oh, I know that feeling. And then like, oh really? And then you talk about it and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and it doesn't have so much power over you then anymore.
And that is the goal, right? With your program, Nervida. So Nervida is such a beautiful name. Do you want to tell us how that came to light?
So, are you ready to hear some woo-woo?
Yeah, I love woo-woo. I really do. Salsa, are you ready for woo-woo?
Yeah, you have to. You have to. So first, that was very interesting what you said. Of course, you did that. And this is really how I feel when I prepare most of the topics on that day. Because I sit down, I breathe, and I'm asking the universe, what does that group need today? What topic? And then I'm kind of really channeling. Thank you, channeling the topic and those exercises. I've not learned them. I've never done them before. They just come to me and I see them and then I write them down and then go into class and I do them. And sometimes it is scary because I'm like, where is it coming from? But since 4 years, it's working, and it's kind of a never-ending source of download for ideas. So when I made the decision that I want to do the rebranding, I had no name. And for weeks, I had no idea. I was sitting down, I was doing research, till some of my friends then be like, hey, maybe you just distance yourself and let it come to you. Because if you put so much pressure on it, then it's not like, that's not you. So stop that. And then I realized that I had so much pressure of doing the business and I was, again, too much in my masculine energy. That I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to focus on it. I will sit down. I will give like an order to the universe and be like, hey, please just let me know when the time is right. What is the name for this concept, for this big thing I want to build for women? And then I was sleeping.
Oh. Oh my God.
I was sleeping. And I was in trance before. I put other people in trance before. I had a lot of woo experiences, but I think that was one of the craziest ones.
Wow.
I was sleeping in my bed, and do you know the stage where you know you're still sleeping, but you're also kind of already wakening up with your soul?
Yes.
Before your body does.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I heard a whispering. I was like, Nirvita, Nirvita. And I was like, what the fuck? So, and then I was talking to the voice and I was like, what are you saying? I don't understand. Is it a word or like what I'm dreaming about? And I was kind of mad because that voice woke me up and I had a really good sleep. So I started kind of discussing with the voice, and then it got louder and it told me, write it down. Write Nervida down. I was like, what the fuck should that even mean? And yeah, this woke me up. And then before I was like really, really awake, I was like, what does it mean? And then the voice told me like it is the combination of nerve from the nervous system, which I work with every tool, like the embodiment, the dance, the channeling, everything is connected to your nervous system. And Vida is the word for life. So Nervida is kind of the connection. And it sounds very feminine and also soft. Uh, and then I woke up and I wrote it down on my phone, on my notes. And I was like, okay, I think it took me 10 minutes to then be like fully awake. And what the fuck just happened? And then I was typing into AI, like, is that a word? And it was like, no, that's not a word. It doesn't exist. And I was like, okay, what could it mean? And playing around with that. And then AI told me, yeah, you could think that it's like nerve from the nervous system, Vita from life, and it sounds very feminine, and was giving me all that. I was like, that is so crazy. That is so weird. And then I was looking it up if any brand in that world has that name already. And I was like, there's no name. There's no brand with that name. Find that in that world. And then I was going and searching up for the domain.
Yeah.
It's not taken, nothing of it. I was like, okay, I think, thank you. That's the name.
Oh my God. Please, if you're watching this, welcome this type of messaging. You know, because like people could be like, that's crazy, right? But we know that that's not crazy.
No.
And probably whoever's listening to this is like, yes, I get it. We get messages, right?
Yes.
Oh my
So-
God. What a beautiful story.
It also learned me again that slow down. Don't put so much pressure and trust the universe and the timing. And we as women, we have the most power when we are in our feminine.
Yes, yeah.
The masculine is good and we sometimes need it.
Of course.
And I feel like a hoodie, I take it on, I put it on, and then I also like put it off again.
Receiving.
Yes. And when it comes to all of that stuff, being your feminine, being the trust and trust the woo.
Oh my God, I love it so much. I love the synergy, the synchronicity with all these conversations that I'm having this week, because I was talking to the Violet Power, the Jessica, I think, I don't know if you saw it, but she works with the feminine energy from the Egyptian codes and stuff. And what she said was this art of receiving, of
Yes.
devotion, of allowing. And that it actually, we are sitting on our beautiful earth that is the feminine energy, and we forgot that we can activate that, right?
Yeah.
And so Nervida is also the activation of the feminine energy, helping us, right? Like normalize receiving downloads and talking about it as our business plans and brand names coming to you in your dreams.
It is crazy. When I told my boyfriend, he was listening, and he's like, "Yeah, you're my little witchy, right?" I was like, "Yes, I am."
Oh my God, I love it. Yes.
We all have that. Everybody has that. So awaken it and allow it. Don't be afraid of it. It's nothing bad.
Don't be afraid of it, and really use this energy, because we can harness this energy, and it's a part of us to create, to co-create. And I think that's why I'm so honored that we're sitting on this couch together, because we are reflections of each other, and to have this light being reflected back at me. I just feel really grateful, because we are in a new frequency, in this neue Welle, and we, as you say very often, it's about supporting each other and sharing each other's gifts. There's enough gifts. We all have a different gift, right?
Yeah.
And honoring that in each other. And it's so beautiful what her purpose is. Definitely to share this mission, spread it across the globe. Beautiful to hear you speak so wonderful in English, you know, coming from Austria, and with a mission, right, to expand.
Yeah. It is like the mission is to create this well-being oasis called Nervida, with the concept for every woman on that planet who needs me is able then to find me. And I want to create programs that every woman can afford. Even if you're a student, still in school, or a single mom, I want every woman to be able to afford that, and have access to this.
That's
I think
so important.
because, you know, right now you see all the coaches having these high ticket things, and I don't feel that. I want every woman to get access and be able to go on that journey with herself. And when you were talking about receiving, it is really our purpose. It's not about just sitting back and be like, oh yeah, now everything comes into my life. Of course you have to take actions, follow your dreams, learn, but then also do the check-in and be like, okay, right now it's time to receive, to trust, to sit back, to rest with our bodies, our hormone, our cycles. Like, not every day is the same. And when I finally made the decision to close those toxic doors, to step into that and be my own best friend, let my body be my own best friend, I met my true real love. And that's the moment he was able to step in, because before that, there was no space for him. And that's also like all of those women being single, being alone. You have to heal that. You have to come back to yourself. You have to create that energy that there is then space and the right door open for that person. And if you're not loving yourself and your body, then how can you expect somebody else to love you?
Right. And that goes for married women and for women in relationships, you know, because it is about this power dynamic as well, what your role is in a relationship, because a lot of things you spoke on about, you know, the shame or not like speaking up or like just doing everything that, you know, these are real dynamics that we're breaking out of, and we need to. And it begins at home. It begins, like you say, with ourselves, and at home with our partners and relationships. And the men receive this energy as well. They need this too. It is a co-creation with the masculine energy, because they have that in themselves. And so we are part of that shift, right? For the collective rising. I mean, the purpose of this podcast is to continue having these empowering conversations, welcoming people that are working from their soul, from their heart, to shine light, to elevate, and to put new type of opportunities out there for people. So I'm just so happy that we got to share this. And I think we'll take a little like break and then set up a little dance move or something.
We can do that.
Let's do a little movement. Let's see, because we're going to talk. I mean, just to talk this off, you offer so much online, and I'm going to put all of her. She has her podcast, Nirvita podcast, also her social media, Instagram, and her website is in development right now, being upgraded. But I love that you specify on different topics that someone can go in there and be like, okay, I'm working on this, I'm working on that, and just to share this experience is so beautiful. So please check her out, and in Salzburg, come to her classes, and let's see what the future it holds for us. So
you too. You are invited to anything you want to try.
I'm ready. I got the mob dance, so I need to like get rid of this mob dance. It's legit a thing, because I'm like, shit, where's my
we gotta find your hips, girl.
Oh shit! All right. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for a little dancing. I hope you have enjoyed, and thanks, girl, for this magic.
Thank you for holding this space. It's amazing.
Best of luck to you, really. I'm so excited to see this grow. Watch out, America, because she's coming for you.
I'm coming.
All right, guys. So we cleared a little space here so Johanna can kind of guide us into little movements. What is the objective of what we're doing right now?
So I'm going to teach you 1 or 2 movements you can practice at home.
Okay.
And first of all, as women, we always shrink ourselves. So when you start practicing, I want you to really take up space. Like put your shoulders back, move your arms. And before you do that, please warm up your whole body.
Okay.
It's very important.
Okay.
And then when I tell you go into a bounce, it's always kind of this position, right? So very stable here. And then you just try to make a circle with your hips,
Okay.
and hit every corner. So like you go front, side, back, side, front. Yes. And just let it flow. Don't think about how it could look like. I want you to go inside and how it feels. From the side, it's like a whole circle. Yes, that's it, girl.
I know how this
Easy.
But yeah, this
Yes.
is like to feel the edges of the hips, right?
Exactly. So front, side, back, and side and front again. And when you do that, I really want you to take as much space as you can. So overdo it.
Okay.
We're gonna make another round and just really overdo it. Your shoulders are straight, your upper body's not moving. Only let your hips move. And we as women have often like traumata sitting here, a lot of blockages. And when you do that movement, you can release that and make space for positive memories in your hips. Exactly. And again, this is called whining. So it mostly comes from the Caribbean dance culture. So we're sending a lot of love to that.
Gratitude.
And then I want you to learn how to twerk.
I know. My kids like, we could twerk better than you. Okay, guys, I got the mom body right now. So let's see.
Well,
See, even that judgment.
yeah,
Right? What is the mom body?
no, talk to yourself and like
Shrinking myself. Yes, I'm already seeing like with the consciousness of these conversations.
Yeah.
We can hear our inner dialogue.
Like, no, don't talk to yourself like that.
No.
Push yourself. Yes. And what I also do when people say something like that in my classes, then we have a visual. I want you to stand as funny as possible and let your tummy out. Yes. And just sending love to your tummy. This section is protecting our female organs. So having a tummy is absolutely okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm moving like this. Nothing is so serious.
It should be fun.
Exactly. That's the point. And then coming back, putting your shoulders back, getting the tension back. So, and when you want to twerk.
She does such a great twerk tutorial, and I'm like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is like learning how to drive with skis or a bike. It is about the practice. First, it's super slow and looks funny, and with time, then you have like the practice and you have the technique, and then you get faster.
Okay.
So you get into the bounce again. Yes. And what you do is you move your hips forward and back. And only that. So control your body, your upper body is doing nothing. Your legs stay in the bounce and move forward and back. Yes. And when you move back, it is not a back, it's an up. So you arch your back
That's what I never knew.
and your booty is going up. Okay?
Oh.
So it's not going back like this.
Yeah.
It's going up. Up. Yes. And you're pushing inside to have a straight back.
Okay.
So you don't do that.
Okay. Okay.
Straight back and then up. Up. Yes. And you will need a lot of strength here, a lot of strength in your lower back.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something you have to develop.
Mm-hmm.
And then, with time, it's going faster. Yes.
Yeah, that's that upward.
Yes.
And
It's
that is
up.
all like energetically.
Yes.
There's the sacral chakra,
Yeah.
the root there. And it's almost like you can imagine like digging the
Exactly.
energy out. Oh wow, I'm hot.
Yes. It takes a lot of strength.
Yeah.
So, doing the wine, and you can do that when you wash the dishes,
Oh.
when you clean the windows,
Oh my God, honey.
when you brush your teeth.
Oh my
They're gonna
God.
love it.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Yes.
That's so great.
And when you sit in the office or somewhere, you can sit on a chair and practice this movement. So it gets easier and your body gets used to it.
Okay.
And then when you kind of need a break or you feel tired, so motion creates energy.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're tired during the day and you still have stuff to do, don't go to sleep, make a movement.
Mm.
And so taking 5 minutes, putting on some very good, funny, like good energy music or some
Yeah.
sexy music,
Mm-hmm.
and then you practice this.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Right? That helps
It's-
to also remove the activate energy before bed, right?
Yeah.
To like shake it up.
Shake it off, let it flow, and then you step into your feminine energy.
I want more. Okay, well, to get more, you're gonna have to go on her page. Let's go. Let's go together. Let's see. Yes, she can do that so good. Go Austria. Watch out what she got over here.
I don't know where it's coming from, but from somewhere.
Amazing, guys.
When you do it together, you know, get rid of the shame, come into the fun, and enjoy your body.
Enjoy and feel your body.
And feel your body.
Because this part, most of us don't feel.
Yeah.
They're just like, my legs take me here to
Yeah.
do this and that.
I can see it when women come to my class or even on the street. When they walk or they sit or how they behave, I can see their blocks here. And then when they start dancing, you're like, oh, where's my hip? I don't even, they're so disconnected. And when they're disconnected from here, they're disconnected from their personality.
Wow. Check this out. Now let us know if you're disconnected or
Right,
if it's
I know.
okay. Connect. Connect,
Yes.
right?
Connect
Amazing.
with yourself and with other women.
With yourself and with other women. Oh, so beautiful, sweetie. Thank you. Oh.